In the magical kingdom of Everbright, everything shimmered. Rivers of starlight, trees whispering secrets, and laughter everywhere. Princess Aurelia, beloved by all, should have been happy, but a strange restlessness clouded her heart. She wandered the palace gardens, searching for answers in birdsong and blooming flowers, but found only silence within herself. Meanwhile, in a cottage by the Whispering Woods, lived Lyra, a clever, adventurous girl who thrived on solving problems and exploring the wild. Lyra knew every hidden path and dreamed of using her skills to help someone in need. While Aurelia felt trapped by royal life, Lyra felt free but longed for purpose. Their destinies, though unknown to them, were about to intertwine in ways that would change Everbright forever. One morning, the kingdom of Everbright awoke to a chilling silence, an unnatural hush that seemed to swallow every sound. The usual bustle of the village was gone, replaced by an eerie stillness that crept through every street and home. There were no whispers from the woods, no rustling leaves or distant laughter of children playing beneath the trees. Even the wind seemed to hold its breath, as if afraid to disturb the quiet. The rivers, once lively with the music of flowing water and the chatter of fishermen, now lay dull and motionless. Not a single ripple broke the surface, and the air was heavy with loss. In the palace gardens, not a single bird sang. The flowers drooped, their colors faded, as if mourning the vanished melody that once filled the air. The kingdom's joy faded, replaced by a creeping grayness that seeped into every heart. Faces once bright with hope now wore expressions of worry and sorrow. In the throne room, the king and queen grew desperate. They summoned their wisest advisors and the royal wizards, but all declared the curse unbreakable, a fate sealed by forces beyond their understanding. Yet, in the midst of despair, Princess Aurelia refused to surrender to hopelessness. She believed that the answer to the curse lay not in spells or ancient tomes, but in courage, empathy, and the strength of the human spirit. With determination, Aurelia wrote a heartfelt proclamation, calling for anyone with a clever mind and a brave heart to come forward. She invited all, young and old, rich and poor, to help restore the kingdom's lost voice. The plea was posted everywhere, from the castle walls to the smallest village square, carrying the hope and resolve of a princess determined to save her home and her people. Aurelia packed a simple bag, ready to meet whoever answered her call. She set aside her royal title, choosing instead to stand as a partner in a quest for hope and healing. The fate of Everbright now rested on an unlikely alliance, one born not of magic, but of unity, courage, and the belief that even the darkest curse can be broken when hearts come together. Lyra found the proclamation and saw a puzzle worth solving. Ignoring doubters, she marched to the castle, insisting she could help. The guards hesitated, but Lyra's confidence won her an audience with Aurelia. Lyra proposed the silence was a sign of imbalance, not an enemy's curse, and spoke of the Heartstone, a legendary gem deep in the Crystal Mountains, source of Everbright's magic. Aurelia, inspired by Lyra's logic, agreed to journey together. They would combine Lyra's knowledge of the wild with Aurelia's royal authority. At dawn, the princess and the commoner set out as equals, united by hope and determination. Their quest to restore the kingdom's song had begun. Their journey began in the silent Whispering Woods, where the air was thick with mist, and the only sounds were the soft crunch of leaves beneath their boots and the distant calls of hidden birds. The forest seemed endless, its ancient trees towering above, casting shifting shadows that danced in the morning light. Here, Lyra taught Aurelia to notice hidden signs, strange markings on bark, the subtle bend of a branch, the way moss grew thickest on the north side of a tree. She encouraged her to listen with her whole being, to sense the stories whispered by the wind and the secrets carried by the rustling leaves. When a storm-wrecked bridge blocked their path, the river below roaring with newfound strength, they paused, uncertain. But Lyra's ingenuity and Aurelia's willingness to work together led them to build a sturdy raft from fallen branches and vines, their hands working in perfect harmony as they braved the churning waters. In the Glimmering caves, Aurelia's knowledge of ancient maps became their guide, her eyes tracing faded lines and cryptic symbols by lantern light. Lyra's practical skills and steady nerves helped them navigate the twisting tunnels, avoiding pitfalls and dead ends. Together, they moved through a maze of sparkling tunnels, the walls glittering with crystals that cast rainbows in the lantern's glow, each step taking them deeper into the unknown. By night, they shared stories, tales of distant kingdoms, childhood dreams, and secret fears, while the fire crackled and shadows danced around them. Aurelia spoke of her loneliness as a princess, always watched but rarely understood, while Lyra confessed her longing for purpose and a place to truly belong. Through these quiet moments, they discovered a deep understanding and respect for each other, forging a powerful friendship that would shape their destinies. They learned to rely on one another, helping each other over obstacles and through moments of doubt, their trust growing with every challenge. Together, they overcame trials neither could have faced alone. Aurelia admired Lyra's courage and quick thinking. Lyra valued Aurelia's kindness and unwavering hope. Their bond grew stronger with every step. The closer they came to the Heartstone, the legendary gem said to grant wishes, the more they realized their strengths were perfectly matched, each one completing the other. Their friendship became their greatest treasure, a source of courage and hope as they faced the unknown together. The adventure was transforming them both, forging not just heroes but lifelong friends ready for whatever awaited beyond the next horizon. Deep within the ancient crystal mountains, Aurelia and Lyra ventured into the heart of a forgotten cavern. There, they discovered the legendary Heartstone, its once brilliant light now dimmed, nearly suffocated by thick black thorny vines that pulsed with a sorrowful energy. The air was heavy, filled with a sense of loss and longing, as if the mountain itself mourned. As Aurelia gazed at the Heartstone, she felt a deep connection to its pain. She realized that the dark vines were not just a curse. They mirrored her own hidden sadness, the grief and loneliness she had kept locked away, which had quietly seeped into the kingdom's magic and tainted it. The true curse, she understood, was not cast by an enemy or a jealous rival, but had grown from her own isolation. Her longing for connection and the weight of her unspoken fears had taken root, spreading darkness throughout the land. Overwhelmed by this revelation, Aurelia turned to Lyra and, with trembling words, confessed her guilt and sorrow. She admitted how her loneliness had shaped the fate of the Heartstone and the kingdom. Lyra listened with compassion, offering gentle comfort. She reminded Aurelia that everyone, even those who seem strong, can feel lost and alone at times. It was nothing to be ashamed of. In that moment, Aurelia realized that the answer was not to fight the darkness with more magic or force, but to embrace connection, vulnerability, and acceptance, both of herself and others. Hand in hand, Aurelia and Lyra approached the Heartstone. Together, they placed their palms on its cool surface, focusing on the strength of their friendship, their trust, and the hope they shared for a brighter future. They poured their shared hope, understanding, and forgiveness into the gem, letting their hearts guide the magic. Slowly, a golden light began to spread from the Heartstone, pushing back the darkness and dissolving the thorny vines. The Heartstone glowed and hummed with renewed energy, its magic reignited by the power of their bond and the healing of old wounds. Together, Aurelia and Lyra had discovered the true cure. Not a spell, but the courage to share their hearts and the strength found in friendship. As the vines of sadness crumbled, the Heartstone's song burst forth, racing through the land and reviving Everbright's magic. Rivers sang, trees whispered, and the kingdom bloomed with color and joy. The people rejoiced, unaware of the quiet heroism that had saved them. Aurelia and Lyra returned as inseparable partners, forever changed by their journey. Aurelia's sadness was gone, replaced by strength and empathy. Lyra had found her purpose and a place to belong. Their friendship became the kingdom's greatest magic. Together they ruled with wisdom and compassion, teaching that true strength lies in teamwork and vulnerability. Everbright's heart now beat with the love and courage of two heroines. The kingdom would never fall silent again.